shoves it in Robert's eye, says, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out.
Yep, and Sir Barristan's cool one.
Yep, Sir Barristan says that you're cool.
Yep.
And heads for the door.
Yep. And then on the way out, he hears them talking about
the faceless men.
The faceless men, or if they're going to use the Tears of Lys, or like stuff like that. Lys, I don't know. So he's talking about stuff like that, and he goes, listen, y'all gotta fucking murder children, and you're worried about how honorable the way you kill her is? Yes. Fuck off!
Warning, the following show will spoil the hell out of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books and the TV show A Game of Thrones. Also, you're probably going to find a fuck ton of bad language. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Death and boobies, 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 death and boobies. Welcome back to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I'm your host, Widow Wolfsbane. With me, as per usual, is Lady Wyvern and Maester Ironwood.
The hostess with the mostest tits.
Hells yeah! They've already made their appearance today, so if you guys want to know about that, you guys have to do be a patron on our Patreon and get the uncut version.
Absolutely.
And you'll hear more about that.
You'll hear a lot more about that.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot more about that.
Oh, I bet you our patrons can't wait till we go to video.
Oh, I'm sure.
I can't wait for our Halloween video.
Yeah, guys, get in on that. Our Halloween this year is going to be, like, full LARP style. So there's that.
Yay.
Lots of tinfoil.
Lots of tinfoil, lots of cleavage, It'll be great.
I'm gonna have to find a way to make cleavage out of this shit.
Oh, girl, I can get you some cleavage, don't worry.
Make it out of tinfoil.
Cleavage tinfoil, yeah.
Tinfoil cleavage.
No, that'd be uncomfortable.
Just mold yourself big boobs out of tinfoil.
Yeah.
I don't want to do
that. Take 2 balloons, paper mache over them, and then do tinfoil over that, and then pop the balloons. And you can just...
Titfoil, if you will.
No.
No. You won't? You will not?
Nope, not going there.
Will you?
That'd be uncomfortable.
I mean, it would be, but will you with the titfoil, if you will?
I will try it, but if I don't like it,
She means will you call it titfoil?
Oh, will I call it titfoil?
Yeah, will you call it titfoil?
Sure.
Yes! Yes! 2/3! Majority rule!
This ain't a democracy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. All right, whatever.
Except for on chapter titles.
Yes, that's fair. All right, so speaking of chapters, this week we are doing an Eddard chapter, which is a good one.
Eddard what?
I think it's Eddard 6. No, 7.
8?
No, 8.
8? What? Whoa.
Yeah, Eddard 8.
Eddard 8?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm behind.
Which means we are quickly approaching Patron Ben's return.
Yes.
For Eddard 10.
Yeah, Ben's going to be back with us for Eddard 10 because he wants to hang out with us for the Fever Dream.
The Fever Dream. Ned's Milk of the Poppy Fever Dream, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But that's not in this one.
No. Sorry, Ben, not this one.
But this one does have a lot of things happen. Well, not really a lot of things, but...
I mean, some interesting things
A couple of interesting things. So
basically, it's a really short chapter, but
it
there's
is.
still
on my audiobook version, it was a whole 30 minutes.
Ooh, damn. That's a high rolling chapter right there.
So basically this is the synopsis of the chapter. Ned is pissed at Robert in front of the small council because Robert wants to kill Daenerys, and Ned's like, you're a fucking asshole, and Robert's like, shut up. So then Ned he takes his ball and goes home, throws in the Hand of the King's signal, and is like, I'm done, out of here, peace, leaves. Mm-hmm. And so he's no longer the Hand. Goes home, tells Valen to get ready because they're going to bounce back to Winterfell.
Real quick.
And then Littlefinger comes by and is like, boy, the king is pissed at you. But, hey, before you leave, I know where that brothel that Jory's been looking for and can't seem to find it is.
Yeah, how does he not be able to find a brothel?
It's one of Littlefinger's.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's...
No.
I don't know.
No, not one of Littlefinger's. But Jory can't seem to find it, but Littlefinger knows where it is, so...
It's just that little piece of information he was pocketing to keep Ned in town.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep Ned in town just a little bit longer. Yep.
Fucking Littlefinger.
By the way, speaking of Littlefinger, just a shout out to Order of the Green Hand. They did a fucking amazing video that they released yesterday when we're recording this. So, last week when this actually airs, on a potential connection between Doran Martell and Littlefinger.
I need to catch up
and the
on
possibility
videos.
of them being in cahoots with each other.
Ooh.
Oh.
It was a crazy awesome video with like a drop of like Littlefinger linked up with Dorn like right at the end. Awesome.
I'm gonna
have
great video
to
from them.
catch up on that. Yeah.
So check out their YouTube channel, Order of the Green Hand, for that because it was really good.
Good. All right. I like it.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, so that's our synopsis. Real quick, real easy.
Yeah.
So let's get started by talking about the quarrel between Ned and Robert in front of the small council.
Oh yeah, they were so. That was it starts with Ned trying to be like, dude.
It starts
come
with
on.
yelling.
It starts with yelling. But it's not really yelling. He's like, Robert, I beg of you. He's like pleading. He's like, dude, come on, don't do that. And then it's
Ned's
quickly.
not doing that. Ned's like, Robert, no, come on. I beg you, don't do this dumb shit.
Yeah, and then Robert's like, don't fucking tell me what to do. Everyone here for the past however many years has been doing exactly as I say when I say.
Yeah.
Why can you be the only person
later on, Ned calls them cravens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's true, because they're afraid of Robert's wrath, and Ned's like, listen, I am almost as tall as you, I am just about as stacked as you are, and I'm not as fat as you.
I don't even think it's that they're afraid of Robert's wrath.
It has nothing to do with...
Yeah, I don't think it's they're afraid of Robert's wrath. I think it's that they just want to keep Robert placated so they can just keep their big fancy jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, but I mean, I'm sure they also...
Robert's...
I don't think anybody in that room is worried that Robert's going to take their heads off.
I think some of them are.
Who?
Mostly Littlefinger, because everyone
No.
hates Littlefinger.
No.
Robert does not hate Littlefinger. Littlefinger keeps it looking like Robert's rich.
That's true. Alright, I don't know. I still think that they'd still be upset about losing their heads.
Grand Maester Pycelle, I don't think he's worried about losing his head. He plays the doting old fool well enough. Renly?
Yeah, Maester Pycelle
is Renly worried his older brother's going to take his head off?
No.
And what about Sir Barristan?
I feel like he's worried his brother's going to smack him in the head.
Well, that's fine. He's a
fine.
younger brother.
That's
So
right.
if you don't backhand your little brother once in a while, you're not doing it right.
I've never once backhanded my little brother.
Well, you're not a guy.
Yeah,
It's a guy thing.
It is?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Brother to brother. Swack.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Probably a Latin thing, too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you don't get hit upside the head a couple times a day, you're not parenting right.
Renly's probably much more worried that Stannis is going to take his head off than Robert.
Well, Stannis isn't there, so that doesn't matter.
Well, Stannis
Fucking
isn't there, which we do talk about Stannis in this chapter.
Stannis the Manus.
Because Eddard later on he's gonna stop by Dragonstone to speak to Stannis on his way home to Winterfell. Mm-hmm. Which is never gonna happen.
That's the plan.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Never. I'm not singing that song.
Why with that song and why with making fun of Ned?
I'm not.
Why so many ways?
Why do you put that song in my head?
All right, so the reason they're fighting is because Robert is incensed that the Horse Lord's whore, Dany, who's 14 years old,
not
is
a whore.
preggers.
Why is she a Horse Lord slut everywhere else except for with Robert, where she's a Horse Lord whore?
I think he's using them interchangeably.
Because he doesn't care for them and he wants them dead, and the only way to not have emotions for them is to talk shit about them.
Listen, her brother calls her a Horse Lord slut, and Robert calls her a Horse Lord's whore. Why can't they
I don't know if he used that exact word. I was just paraphrasing.
Oh, no, he calls her a whore in this chapter.
Oh, okay.
Robert calls her a whore and Viserys
calls her a slut. Yeah. She's a Horse Lord slut over in Essos, and she's a Horse Lord whore over in Westeros.
Well, maybe Robert thinks she's getting paid for her work, and Viserys knows she isn't.
You have a point. You have a point. He might have some false information there.
I don't think he thinks he...
Listen, she's getting paid with an army.
She's the princess of the Dothraki. She's getting paid for her work as a whore.
I don't see it that way, but whatever.
Just like he probably figures that Cersei's a whore because she's getting paid for her work as queen.
Yeah.
She got Lannister money. She's not getting paid to do shit.
That's what she's getting paid with.
She is also getting honored quite often.
Not often enough.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I agree.
We on the Ironwood Network are in favor of spousal abuse as long as your spouse is Cersei Lannister.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Fucking Cersei. Except, Lena Headey, we love you. You're fantastic.
Oh, she's fantastic. She plays an amazing Cersei.
Yeah, she does. She's fan-fucking-tastic. Love her.
She's awesome.
So, oh my goodness. Alright, so she's pregnant. Everyone's all mad about it.
Robert wants her killed.
Yeah, Robert wants her dead. He wants to kill her and the baby before they can be born. Which, in my mind, too, I feel like the amount of time it takes for them to even get this information versus the amount of time that it takes them to fucking fight over it versus the amount of time it's going to take for them to get back to Essos to kill this chick. I feel like most of her pregnancy is going to be over at that point. And they're just be killing a baby. And, like, the two other people. Like,
I don't think it takes 9 months to travel to and from Essos.
Yeah, you do that shit in like a week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how far that
Like
distance
King's
is.
Landing to Bravos is like just shooting across the narrow sea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as
All
long as you have the wind with
and
them.
you can just send a raven. Like, you don't have to, like, send an actual person over.
Except for the fact that,
Raven can't fly that distance.
I'll say his name, Illyrio
Illyrio.
came over and was talking to.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
people do go back and forth,
Yeah.
but...
I don't think a raven could fly that far without,
Needing to rest. There's
Yeah.
ships on the water.
Ships, there's little islands out there. Like
I
the
hope there's little
Stepstones.
islands. That's weird.
So...
I don't know. That worries
It's just
me.
a hop, skip,
Plus,
and a jump.
plus they're magic. Plus the ravens are like magic, so...
Yeah.
I hope so, because that's raven abuse otherwise, and I do not
I
support
don't
that.
care.
Listen, I support Cersei abuse, I do not support raven abuse.
It's good to know you have a line to be
Your
drawn.
priorities.
Yes, I have a line and I will not cross it.
Okay.
You'll
Excellent.
cross it.
No, I will not harm the ravens. Which,
All
by
right.
the way, a group of ravens is called a conspicuous, I believe. Just saying.
If you're not
Crow-
sure,
Crows are a murder. Ravens are a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Ravens are a murder, or crows are a murder. Ravens are a conspiracy. Just so everyone's aware of that fun
I
fact.
wonder if that has anything to do with.
So every single one of these places has a conspiracy in them. So Winterfell and everything has a conspiracy of ravens. He's Googling it. He's double checking my things. Verdict.
Well, there's a book called A Conspiracy of Ravens.
You gotta Google.
What is a group of ravens called?
Yeah, group of ravens.
Flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
And I ran so far away.
A group of ravens is called an unkindness.
Or a conspiracy.
Or a conspiracy. You left out the first one and went to the one you liked better.
Oh, see, no, because mine doesn't. Oh, well, I guess it is an unkindness also. Listen, an unkindness is kind of cool too, but a conspiracy's better.
And according to the Audubon Society, no, it's not actually a murder of crows.
Really?
What is it then?
Yeah. Yeah, we fucking are. I'm okay with it.
It's called a group, not a murder.
No, I'm not believing
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure when it comes to birds, the Audubon Society might know what they're talking about, considering bird is in their fucking name.
Well,
They're literally the Bird Society.
that line I was talking about, I'll cross that part of it.
Birds in
A
the
parliament of owls.
name. A what? Guys, get back. I know this is a short chapter, but come on.
Alright, fine. Alright, so anyway, so we got our conspiracy of crows in all of our towns, and we're gonna be using
I
those
prefer
crows.
unkindness.
You just want to be unkind to me.
Yes.
He's doing. I like unkindness too.
I like
Bam.
the conspiracy.
Democracy rules.
You just
Nope.
said it's not a fucking democracy. You can't go back on it.
That was unaired because the thing wasn't recording then, so... Yes.
It's true.
What are you, 12?
At
Stop.
heart. Alright,
Just
but yeah.
stop.
So they're all complaining about whether she's gonna be pregnant or not, and
No, they know she's pregnant.
No, Ned. Listen,
Yeah, they're
relax.
not worried about whether or not she's pregnant.
They're worried
She
about
is.
no, they're worried about the efficacy of her pregnancy, except for Robert. Robert's just like fucking kill him no matter what. But Ned's like, well, what if it's a girl, or what if it doesn't even make it past
yeah.
like infancy, or what if it's
a
like
miscarriage?
yeah, like she
Or
has a
what if it's
miscarriage.
4,000 miles away on a different fucking continent?
Yeah, and Ned's giving like all these what ifs about her pregnancy and like this shit, and Robert's like, who gives a shit? It's fucking Targaryen. Slaughter them all. I should have killed them when they were here before.
Why didn't he?
I think Ned
they
and John
wrong?
Arryn talked him out of it. Like he says in here too that he shouldn't have listened to John Arryn and waited so long. He should have like sent people after them.
Oh. Wait, didn't they
After
run
he
away
won.
before they could get to him?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yeah. So they took off before Ned. I think before Robert got to the capital. So I don't know. But yeah, so that shit's going on, and Robert's pissed at John Arryn a little bit because he listened to John Arryn and tried not to be a terrible person for 5 seconds.
You can't damn the dead man.
Pissing on the dead man's grave.
Yeah,
Robert.
seriously.
What the fuck, dude?
You don't piss on dead man's grave. You pour him out a shot.
And then so
Come
what
on.
does he? And what does he do? Right. So he's mad at John Arryn
Mm-hmm.
for the way he was the hand and convincing Robert to not be a cruel piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then what does he do? Purposely goes out and get the other guy raised by John Arryn, who he knows acts like John Arryn, to be his hand.
And then bitches
Yes.
that
Because
he's
Robert
too much
is
like
the
John Aaron.
Yeah, because Robert is the dumbest fucking person in the history of the fucking planet.
He really is. I feel like
he can do two things right. He can drink his alcohol and fuck women.
yes.
Yeah.
I feel like he did it on purpose, though, as far as having John Aaron as his hand and then picking Ned afterward. He subconsciously did it on purpose because he knew those were the only two people
Who would actually speak up against him?
yeah, who would actually be like, no, you're being a fucking idiot,
Yep.
stop.
Yep.
And
then
the only two
he
people
doesn't
with
like
balls
what
to
they
do
have
that.
yeah,
to say.
but he's so accustomed to everyone just agreeing with him that he still gets mad at them, but then he kind of comes back later like, well, you know about that thing that I said?
Oh yeah, because on his deathbed he takes back the whole killing Daenerys thing.
Yes.
And he gives Ned back his hand thing. Tells him, you'll be the fucking hand, or I'll make Jaime Lannister the fucking hand, you piece of shit, dumbass.
Yeah, don't take the goddamn
Which-
thing off again or I swear I'll pin
I
it on
actually
Jaime
wouldn't mind
Lannister.
Jaime Lannister as the hand of the king. I think it'd be kind of
I think
awesome.
he'd be pretty fucking sweet. Listen, Jaime loves the realm.
Aslan fucking Targaryen.
Aslan Targaryen,
as
hand of the king.
Amazing.
That's gonna be a
Isn't
shirt.
this small council the only thing in the realm that doesn't have a Lannister in it?
At the moment, yeah.
Leave it
Yeah,
that way.
but it eventually will, because Jaime eventually becomes the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard,
and then
and then so he has a spot
Tyrion becomes the
and
hand.
Tyrion becomes the hand.
And then he becomes the other hand.
And then Cersei becomes the Queen Regent or whatever, and she
Yeah.
puts herself in there, and so basically kind of gets infiltrated with the Lannisters at that point.
Shouldn't she have just been the Queen Regent before Joffrey became king?
Well, that's what her
Yeah.
position is she's the Queen Regent.
Except she does it more with Tommen than she does with Joffrey.
Because Joffrey's older than Tommen, and Joffrey's
Yeah.
like, fuck you, bitch. I'm just gonna be the king, even though I'm not old enough.
Yeah, because Joffrey's like, what, like 2 or 3 years away from being
Yeah, like
old
2
enough?
years 2 years away from being old enough, and he's just like, listen, I can shoot whores with bow and arrows, so I'm just gonna be the king, so
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah. And then Tommen's still like, by the time that kind of
He's like
happens,
12.
Tommen's still like 10 or 12. So
Plus,
he's
Tommen's kind of like a nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommen's too timid.
So Cersei has to get in there and be like, no, we have to do some cruel shit. Like, you can't just be a little pansy boy.
And he's like,
think
well,
he
God,
would-
that's scary.
I think he would have been a really good king.
Oh, he
though.
definitely would. He definitely, in his short time, would have definitely been a good king. Absolutely. Until he went.
Until he took a dive.
Westeros skydiving team.
But he's in the books. He's still alive as we
Oh,
stand.
is he?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good.
Well, that's because the books stop where Jon dies.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
know. That's sad.
Yeah. It doesn't come back.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
All right. So
So Ned is telling Robert, and trying to get other people on the council to like join his side, and they're
Yeah.
all like,
and he's like,
No,
listen,
dude,
No, they're
sorry.
not all against
yeah,
him, though.
not yeah.
None of
It's
them-
only him and Barristan
Sir
are the only
Barristan.
two.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's like, listen, Robert, like you didn't fucking kill Sir Barristan for loyalty. Like, why are you gonna kill this chick or
yeah,
whatever?
and
Blah
on
blah.
the
blah.
Trident, he slaughtered many dudes that we knew that were good friends of ours.
Yeah, and you still were
he's
like,
still here.
yeah, and you're like, I'm not gonna fucking behead a guy for some loyalty here. Like, you're fine, be keeping a Kingsguard, because I'd rather, like, the way that you fought for loyalty, and if you're gonna be my Kingsguard, I'm fine with it. Mm-hmm. Like, so he was fine with that, and that's like, where the fuck did that guy go? Like,
Right.
is he buried somewhere in that fucking 14-stone dude you're hiding?
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. So Ned and Sir Barristan are like, let's not kill her. Everybody else is like figuring out ways to kill her. So
Yeah.
somebody brings up.
Because they know they're going to do it with or without
Right.
the hands
Yeah.
help anyways.
So so Ned's like, well, fine, then do it without me. I will not sign this.
If it requires my seal or my whatever,
Then I
like,
quit.
yeah, then I'm not doing
he
it.
takes off the hand thing,
His brooch.
shoves it in Robert's eye, says, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out.
Yep, and Sir
And-
Barristan's a cool one.
Yep,
Just
Sir
so everyone's
Barristan says
aware.
that you're cool,
Yep.
and heads for the door.
Yep. And then on the way out, he hears them talking about
the
whether they're
faceless
gonna,
men.
the faceless men, or if they're going to use the Tears of Lys, or like stuff like
Lys.
that. Lys, I don't know. So he's talking about stuff like that, and he goes, listen, y'all gotta fucking murder children, and you're worried about how honorable the way you kill her is?
Yes.
Fuck off!
Yep.
Right.
So he gets outside. The council's still going on. So
Well, yeah, because it's going to happen no matter
the
what.
Kingsguard outside the door, it looks at him like, "What are you doing, dumbass? Why are you leaving?"
Dude,
Isn't
the
this
council's
the
still going.
only small council meeting where the king was actually there?
Yes.
Yeah, we're shocking our listeners by the fact that Robert's actually at the fucking small council meeting
Yeah, he doesn't ever go to those.
because he's demanding.
But now-
probably because Ned's like, "No, I'm not going to bring up you want to kill Daenerys Targaryen. You want to talk about it? Bring it up yourself."
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's probably exactly that. He's like, listen, if
I'm
you
not
want
going
to
to
talk
do
about
it, so
that,
I'm not going to talk about
like
it.
Ned sent
Yeah.
a raven from tower to tower. Like, nope, not going to bring it up. You want to talk about it? Fucking come over and talk about it yourself.
yep. I mean, I would have done the same goddamn
Angry
thing.
text messages at 3 a.m.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna talk
Ned
to
sent
him.
him a
You talk to him.
Snapchat.
And Joy's sitting there, Ned, go to bed.
Ned sent a Snapchat with a frowny filter. Not going to talk about it.
Oh my god. Nope. And Robert sends him like the angry filter with like the little shit face next to it, like, fuck you, dude.
Yep. Fine, I'll fucking be there. Don't you worry about it.
Good. You should have been there the whole fucking time.
I'll even be sober.
Not. Yeah, and he gets, and then he does get mad during the fight that he doesn't have enough wine for this.
The wine's gone.
Yeah.
He chucks the thing against the wall, shatters.
Yep. Oh, that
Nice.
poor cup.
Bring
That
me
cup didn't do
more.
anything.
Yep.
Yeah, where the fuck's that little Lannister bastard who's supposed to be providing him all his wine?
Lance.
Fucking Lancel.
Lancel.
Lancel Lannister. Who the fuck named
He's
him?
not allowed in the.
Yeah, he
small
can't be in
council.
there.
That's why he doesn't have
too
any
much
wine.
important shit being
Yeah.
discussed
Yeah, I
in there
know.
for him.
Yeah, and he doesn't have. Well, that's why he doesn't have any wine. He doesn't have his little wine boy.
Yeah.
Sir Barristan can serve him wine.
That's true. Maybe they purposely left the wine out of the room.
Or Renly.
I feel like that's a step down for poor Renly.
He's not the king, so...
That's true.
You can do anything. The
Anyone
king
can be
tells
the
him
cupbearer. If you're the king, anyone's a cupbearer.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Except for probably Stannis.
Yeah. Stannis would be like, get
Fuck
your own
you,
fucking
get your
wine.
own.
Yeah.
Stannis like, I don't even drink wine. Get your own fucking wine.
I don't touch wine, Robert. You know that.
Wine and whores are the work of the devil.
Yeah. He's the. I can't even say conservatives because they're all closet alcoholics.
Yeah. More or less.
And more stuff for me to cut out. The rest of it was fine. We didn't have to cut it out, but now we got politics in
I'm
this. Son of a
sorry.
bitch.
It wasn't me this time.
I know, I don't say enough, and what I do say has to be cut out.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so
they discuss, as Ned's leaving, they discuss potentially getting the faceless men to do it. But Littlefinger
But
reminds
that's
them...
really expensive.
yeah, they're like, that's fucking expensive.
He's like,
also,
it costs like $1 gajillion to have them kill like a merchant. I hate to see what it would cost to have them kill a princess.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a lot.
And then on top of that, he mentioned something about why it would be better to have, like, some lower guy try to kill her and
That
fail.
way, if they fuck, yeah.
Yeah, if they fuck up and fail, then it's not,
Well, that's
like...
what they talk about at the end of the chapter, him and Littlefinger.
Oh, okay. Alright.
That's part of the discussion later on.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if that was now or later.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
They were
so
discussing who should kill her when he walked out, and then they closed the door.
I want to know why the Faceless Men are so apparently well-known and renowned. Like, what the fuck's that about? I thought they were supposed to be like a secret organization.
Yeah, but like in Assassin's Creed, some people know who the assassins are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the people who are in power, like know who they are.
Okay.
Yeah, the people
Because
washing their
people in
clothes in
power-
the river aren't going to know who they are.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
average person probably doesn't, but like important people,
Like
they're
people in
gonna
power
know-
that
they're
are
gonna-
well-educated?
Yeah, they're going to know who to go to for assassinations.
Yeah,
because people
I
have been
don't
assassinating people forever.
like if I
It's
wanted
true.
someone dead, I wouldn't know who to get to assassinate them. But I'm pretty sure the FBI and the CIA know who to
Or
go to.
I'm sure Barack Obama knows who to call if he wants somebody assassinated. So.
Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah. Maybe that's how else you get rid of Cheeto Satan.
It'd be cool if they just assassinated by like putting him in one of the ghost traps.
Yes! Just don't cross the beams, you guys.
Oh, at the end, it's okay. You can cross the streams.
Yeah, only in the end of that one last one because they had to do some really
Into
big
the first
explosion.
one.
See,
The
you
first
say
one?
that, and all I could think of was two guys fighting with swords
And
in
the
the
last
bathroom.
one. What do you mean? They did that in the first one.
Did they do that in the first one? I don't remember. I haven't seen those in so long now.
I haven't seen the new one.
I haven't seen the new one either.
One with all the chicks.
I mean,
Haven't
I
seen
love
it.
Melissa McCarthy, but I just like I just haven't seen it. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, which is why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but none of them can like compare to like
Dan Aykroyd,
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray,
Yeah.
Bill Murray's the only name I knew out of it.
Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray. I don't know the guy that plays Egon.
Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis. Yes. All right. So back from epididymisi. I don't know what the plural of that is.
Who cares? He's so far.
Grammar
off
is
topic.
important. Okay. So
Ned heads
Ned's gone out
home.
of Ned's the fuck out of here.
He's trying to think the
Well,
quickest way to get out of there.
He heads back to the Tower of the Hand and calls upon Valen Poole.
Yep.
Tells him, look, we're bouncing.
He's like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Get my daughters.
Yep, Valen's like, look, it's probably going to take about 2 weeks to get everything together.
And
to
Ned's
get us
like,
out of
nope,
here.
I'm
Ned's
leaving today.
we probably don't have 2 weeks. We probably don't have a day. Me and Robert have had a fight. So he's like
lovers quarrel, if you will.
Yeah, so he's like
Lovers quarrel,
yeah,
yes.
so he's like the person in the relationship is like, we had one fight, so we're leaving and we're done.
Yeah, we had one fight, so we broke up, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, Robert got really pissed.
Robert always gets really pissed because Robert's drunk.
Yeah.
Right, but
yeah.
I think that was the biggest pissy argument that we've seen Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he has the most emotions for Ned, so of course he would get the angriest.
Well,
with
yeah,
Ned.
because his boyfriend's not agreeing with him.
Exactly,
So
in front of all his friends.
Yes.
Yeah, his boyfriend kind of,
Yeah.
shit on him.
Poor bromance.
So sad.
Yeah, so then
It's
he's
the
like,
end of their potential Ned and Robert roadshow.
oh yeah, damn it.
Yeah.
Although now Ned doesn't want to be the hand, and Robert doesn't want to be king, they really should just go do their roadshow.
They really should.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, listen, I said some shit, you said some shit, let's just,
It's
we'll
water
put
under
that
the
shit here,
bridge.
we'll leave that shit here in the capital, and we'll both just take off for
Into
better
the
places.
sunset.
There's over troubled waters.
Yep, exactly. And then, but yeah, so he goes, alright, so it's not gonna take 2 weeks for us to get out of here, it's
me
gonna
and the
take
girls
2
are gonna
weeks for
bounce.
you guys to get out of here.
Like, me and the girls are going to bounce. You guys can stay here and get killed.
Yeah, me and my daughters are gonna leave, Jory's gonna come with us, maybe a couple other guys, because we need some guards, and you guys are gonna stay here, take care of the house, pack our shit up, and meet
Then
us
you can
there.
meet us.
Yep.
You can meet us there if
Yeah.
they don't put you on a... Because Robert mentioned putting my head on a spike.
Yep.
So I think he might do it to you guys too.
I don't think he'd kill the whole household guard because he's mad at Ned, though.
Well, not he killed all the Targaryens because he was mad at Rhaegar.
That's true. What was he
yeah.
mad at Rhaegar for?
Because he
Stealing
stole Lyanna.
Lyanna.
Oh, that's right. That's what the whole thing was about.
That's what the whole war was for.
Yeah.
Is that Rhaegar stole Lyanna?
Well, that and because Rhaegar's father killed Ned's brother and father, and then
Yeah.
and then told Jon Arryn to turn over Ned and Robert to be executed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they didn't have a choice; they had to go. Once the king called for Ned and Robert's head, their only choice was to rebel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they were dead.
Better off Ned.
So now that Robert's threatened Ned with his head on a spike,
Still better off Ned. Oh, God.
Oh,
she cracks herself up.
I do.
All right, but Ned wants to make a stop
Yes.
on his way home,
Well, they were gonna take the King's Road.
but he wants to take a boat instead.
Yeah, and then he's like, wait, a boat's faster.
Well, that and Robert's assassins can't get him to him as easily as if he's on a boat.
Yes,
yeah. Which I feel like Robert is mad at him, and Robert says about a head on a pike, yes, but I don't think Robert's mad enough at his boyfriend to send assassins after him. I think Ned's overreacting just a smidge.
Well,
But Ned
knows
also
too much.
knows that Catelyn just took Tyrion hostage,
Oh,
and
that's
Robert doesn't
right.
know that news yet, but will.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So
Ned knows stuff he shouldn't
So
know.
Ned's not worried about Robert being mad at him. Ned's worried about Robert being mad at Catelyn and then Ned having to take the consequences for that because
Correct.
Catelyn's a dumb bitch.
Correct.
Yes.
Catelyn Tully has gone, and her
Fucked
mission.
everybody up.
Her mission to kill off the Stark family is in full swing.
Which
Yeah,
is
it is.
hilarious, because in the next chapter she's like, oh, I'm finally becoming a Stark.
No, you're not, Catelyn. Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Like, you had the head Stark tell you what to do.
And you failed.
you literally just fucking both those middle fingers in the face.
Stone Cold
And
Steve
walk
Austin
away.
slamming a Steve Weiser, flipping him off,
Yes.
not doing it.
Not doing it. And you literally, like,
Literally did the opposite.
You literally-
not even just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Literally did
The
the
opposite.
opposite of what he said to do.
you literally turned around, ripped the rankest fart you could, and walked away. Like, just to add that extra little FU in there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Fucking Catelyn.
But Ned does want to make a stop. He wants to stop at Dragonstone.
Yes.
Because
Stannis.
he is fairly certain that Stannis knows everything that Jon Arryn knew.
He probably,
Which is the
does.
reason that which he believes is the reason Stannis is not in King's Landing.
And why Stannis is being really rude and not returning his ravens.
Yeah.
Or showing up to the
Him and
small
Stannis
council.
are not BFFs.
They
and
are not.
Stannis will not even text him back.
No, he won't. He won't even send him like a
Well,
dot
that's
emoji.
because they don't even have they don't have the same beliefs, so he's not even going to bother with a shit.
Well, it's
I
'cause-
feel like those two would have like the most similar of beliefs, Ned and Stannis.
yeah, Stannis and Ned are very much alike. Which
Yeah.
is why they don't get along.
They
Oh,
butt
okay.
heads. They're like those two rams
Yeah,
going
they're-
after that same doe.
But they're not going after the same doe.
No, they're not, because the doe that Stannis the Mance is going after.
What?
You bitch at us for going off.
But yeah, the doe that Stannis the Mance is going after happens to be the crazy red bitch, probably at this point.
Yeah.
Because he-
4,000 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. because his wife is just giving him some gross stuff to put in jars.
I have that stupid fucking song stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
Very much.
The Venga Boys, you guys. The Venga bus is coming. Come on and get your party. LA to San Francisco.
I don't know
Come
the
on
words.
and get
I
your
just
disco.
know, I just know the beat.
We like to party.
We like to party.
Oh my god, I need to find that song.
I love that song so much.
So it's the worst song ever made.
Okay, alright, we're back.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so, I like, quick side mention about the chapter. I think it's hilarious that Robert keeps getting so fucking mad that his face is turning purple. And all I can think of because
He's
of my
die of an aneurysm.
Well, yeah, so all I can think of at this point in my life because of the job that I do is a pug trying to get its nails trimmed, and it's just freaking out so bad that its face and its eyes are turning purple, and its eyes are bugging out of its head more than they already do because it just doesn't want its nails trimmed.
He's an ugly
So,
dog.
yeah, so every time his face turns purple, I just think of that pug that's just like, no, don't touch my feet, oh my god.
Robert's an ugly dog.
Yes, he is.
That's too
So, as Ned's getting ready to make his midnight run, he gets a visitor.
Oh no.
Well, because
Oh, I
he
have a
was-
visitor in the dock.
Who visits?
Lady Wyvern visits. Lady of the Night Wyvern.
I'm not that desperate.
Hey, Ned's supposed to be hot.
Ned's married.
So?
Yeah, to a Tully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? He does talk about him and Catelyn making a new son at some point in here.
Yeah.
I don't care about that because that's never going to happen.
I mean, it's never
And
going to
shouldn't
happen.
So
It really shouldn't, though.
No.
There needs to be no more Tullys in this world.
yeah.
He's so stressed out, all he can think about is sex.
Yeah. He just wants a distant relative and then some handy jam.
Valen, set in your hands
Enough
for a few
with the
minutes.
distant relative.
Oh, Valen
my
doesn't want to do that.
No, but he is trying to figure out if he should try and figure out if he should try and get the answers to these secrets he's been trying to figure out, or if he should just leave it and leave.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. He goes, I'm sick of the capital. I'm sick of this oppressive heat and everything. Weather report, it was a very hot, stifling day. But he's sick of this heat. He's sick of the bullshit that he has to deal with everybody. He's sick of being around all these, like, two-faced bastards.
But at the same
he's like,
time...
Yeah, he's like, I want to go home. He goes, but I haven't figured out what happened to John Aaron, even though now I obviously know it was a murder. And I don't know what the fuck's going on with the rest of this shit, so now I gotta fucking stay here, maybe. But now Robert wants to kill me, so now I gotta go fucking back home. He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here.
Thanks for reiterating everything I just said.
I did. But in a much faster, high-pitched voice. What?
Continue.
No.
Stare down going on.
That was all I got.
Oh, are you done?
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
I'm allowed to
That's
keep...
all she had.
That's all. I just reiterated everything she said. She
Right.
said she didn't go any further than that, so I can't keep going yet.
Okay, so yes, the Mockingbird makes an appearance right here in the story, strangely enough.
It's a mockingjay.
Oh shit! It's not me, is it?
It's a mockingjay.
A mockingjay is from the Hunger Games.
Oh.
Gotta go to Moe's.
You're allowed to put in movie references, but I'm not.
Oh. I thought you were literally just calling his bird the Mockingjay, and I'm like,
No.
they're not the same thing. Okay.
No, I was calling you the mockingjay.
Oh. I was close.
No, that was a gang sign.
That's not a gang sign. That's the fucking two in the pig, one in the stink. That's what that is.
Okay, so Ned gets a visitor. Who's Ned's visitor?
It's Littlefinger,
Littlefinger comes to
who
visit.
conveniently has information to keep Ned in town.
I know. Strangely enough, Littlefinger just found out
Just happened to know.
where this brothel is that Jory's been looking for.
Oh, hey.
As if he hasn't known the entire time and just been waiting for the proper
Yes.
moment
Yeah.
to go ahead and drop that little information.
Yeah, it's not like he has been holding on to that for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
God. Fucking Littlefinger.
Reminds...
Well, you know, he's got his own agenda.
Yeah, he does.
He's got problems, is what he's got.
He's got Napoleon complex.
He probably really does, though.
He sees the whole board because he's a greenseer.
He sees the whole board because...
And here we go.
He sees the whole board because he's right at board eye level and can only see it from that
Yeah,
angle.
sure, if he's on his tippy toes.
Oh, God. Damn.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so Littlefinger comes by and says, okay, yeah, so the king's pissed at you. Like, no shit.
No shit.
No shit.
Dude, you
legit
fucked
pissed.
up.
Real mad. Definitely gonna put your head on a spike here any minute. So I understand if you want to run away, but we did figure out how we're going to kill Daenerys. We're not going to use the Faceless Men because I talked about that because it's really expensive, and I want to keep my cut from the king's money coming into my pocket.
Yep.
And if we're tossing it all to the Faceless Men, that ain't going to happen.
Yes.
So I convinced them to basically just have Varys put out a general statement that anybody who does it will be made into a lord.
Great. So
and Ned's like, great, so you're turning assassins into honorable people.
Yeah,
fantastic.
We're turning assassins into lords now.
Yep.
Just fucking awesome.
Yep. And then Littlefinger's like, well, yeah, a title doesn't cost jack shit, so...
Yeah, title costs nothing, whereas the Faceless Men cost all of the fucking gold in Casterly Rock.
Yes.
Which is, by the way, no gold anymore. But
spoilers.
Oops. That's been the TV show. That's not in the books.
Yeah. Well, listen, shit happens. Maybe we'll find that out in the next book, in the Winds of Winter, or whatever that decides to drop.
So Ned's like, okay, well that's great. So we're still on pace to kill a child. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep, cool.
A pregnant child.
I'm still gonna bounce because Head and Spike not doing it for me.
Yeah.
And Littlefinger's like, well, before you go,
you know that brothel Jorah's been looking for?
I might know where it is.
Yeah. I got the address.
Mike could take you there.
I got the address, and for an extra night in King's Landing, I might remember what that address is.
I found it in my Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
It was categorized incorrectly.
No, it was in his fucking sidekick.
The sidekick. Littlefinger would have a sidekick.
No, he would have a PDA, like a straight up with
the little
PDA.
stylus pen,
like a BlackBerry kind of PDA,
like the old school PDA.
Oh god, he would.
With the plastic stylus.
Yeah, you have to push the button and the stylus pops up, and you have to take it out.
Oh my god! In 2010, my grandmother.
I
say in 2010, my grandmother asked me if I wanted her PDA that was just like that.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, I got a smartphone, thank you.
Yeah, so he would definitely have a Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
So he whips out his Palm Pilot. Like, funny enough, it was under I for important instead of B for brothel. So I couldn't find it until right now.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. My bad.
But, before you leave, do you want to go check it out?
And that's kind of like,
I do, but I don't, but I do, but I don't, but I probably should.
He should have just left town.
Should have left well enough alone.
Yeah, he should have just fucking got the hell out of there.
He should have just let the dead man lie and leave.
It would be very
unnettered for him to not finish what he started.
Very unnettered, plus
that's why Littlefinger
he would be living his life in constant fear that the king's going to try to invade the north and
I'd rather
to make sure that the Warden of the North is in line with the crown.
I feel like Ned wouldn't step out of line though, just because they had a little argument. I mean, Robert might be afraid of that, but I think he would wait and see. I've known the guy my whole life. We had one argument. This can't be that bad.
I think if Ned had actually left, serious problems.
That's true.
There's serious problems either way. Ned dies and the realm goes to war.
Well, I mean, serious problems Robert's yeah, we got to deal with the fucking North now. Got to seriously deal with that.
I think you'd sober up and send him an apology, Raven. I'm sorry, honey.
I'm sorry, sad face with one tear.
An apology emoji?
You really?
Yeah, he would. But it wouldn't be the crying one. It would just be the one with the one tear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
tear.
And then Ned sends back the one with 2 hearts for eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, the 2 hearts with the kissy face. 2 hearts with kissy face. I love you too, boo. Don't worry. It's okay.
We'll get past this, baby.
Yeah, we'll meet up somewhere at a brothel, get some distant strangers to each other. It's fine.
And in the meantime,
distant relatives. Sorry.
In the meantime, Robert's gonna go and kill the girl anyways, and Ned's gonna pretend he didn't see the little sight on the side.
He didn't have to put his name on it, so it's fine. Yep. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yep.
But then he's gonna spend the rest of his life wondering what happened to John Aaron and his son Bran.
Yeah.
And
so that's not gonna. Yep. So Ned's
he can't not
fine.
have the answers.
Yeah.
Let's go see the whores, and that's where we leave off.
It's true.
And this is where the fun begins.
And this is where shit really starts to go bad for the Stark family.
And this is where everything is downhill from here.
Bad when Catelyn took Tyrion as captive. Now it's really
that was kind of
bad.
because.
That was the inciting incident.
Yeah, yes. That's the that was the climb up the hill, and then this chapter was kind of the plateau, and now it's just a dead fucking cliff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Ned's next chapter is kind of fun.
Yes, but it's not chapter 10.
No, it's Ned 9.
Yes,
Ned 9.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting
there. Unfortunately, we have to get through at least a Catelyn chapter before we get there.
Oh, God.
A really long Catelyn
God,
chapter.
no.
In my audiobook, the next chapter... By the way, next chapter is Catelyn 6? 7?
I don't know.
Catelyn 7.
Catelyn 7.
Okay.
And yeah, my audiobook version of it is like 53 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's 12 pages.
When I first started reading it, my Kindle was like, it's going to take you 45 minutes to finish a chapter. I'm like, what? What?
See, I have this thing called a paperback. It doesn't tell me. I just count the pages.
Boring.
I mean, if I had the
You
paperback
can be as
copy...
tech savvy as you want, Maester. I love an old-fashioned paperback.
I mean, I agree.
Especially
I
with
may
the abuse
have...
these books are getting from me for
Yeah.
this podcast, I'll stick to the paperback because I'd rather not drop my Kindle and smash the screen.
Don't do that.
You know me.
It's true. It's true.
Luckily, they've never, knock on wood, but I'll stick to the old-fashioned paperback. I've got boxes and boxes of books, and I'll take those over and electric.
Now, mind you, she's going on this rant about paper books. She owns Kindles, 2 of them.
I own 3.
3 Kindles. Okay, 3. That's way more than I got.
The first,
I also
have
have
the
3
original.
Kindles.
I have a Kindle and a
the
7 Nook.
original e-reader Kindles.
Yeah.
Though, that you can't read it in the dark.
I've got one of
Yeah.
those, too.
Yep, no backlight, guys.
Yeah,
It's got
I've
the
got one of
buttons
those
on it.
originals,
Yeah.
too.
It's got the buttons on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before the keyboard. Like,
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
old school those Kindles
Yeah,
are.
I say, I had a
you
Nook that
to
was
push
like
the
that.
buttons on the side to actually move. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the first gen Nook that was like that.
I never understood why anybody bought a Nook.
I got mine for free.
Lizzie,
Because like
Damn it.
it's shittier than the Kindle,
It's just because it was
and it's
the
only
Barnes &
hooked up
Noble
to
only.
and it's only hooked up to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. It's just because it was the Barnes & Noble version and people wanted the Barnes & Noble fanciness.
yeah.
The Barnes & Noble / Starbucks bullshit of it all.
that way you get the discount on the books.
You do
at
get a
the
discount.
store.
You do pay less on a Nook for a book than you
Or
do
you
on a...
just steal the Kindle version.
I mean, yeah.
So
We don't endorse piracy, you guys, sort of, but not really.
Can't say anything because
we do
Yeah.
we do endorse pirating though.
Yes,
Again,
we do endorse...
we-
If you're going to slap a fucking eye patch
I
on,
was
throw in a
just
gold
gonna
hoop and
say-
stuff, like, you send us a video.
Say you've got the bird. All you need is the eye patch.
I
'cause
do.
You have the hair.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
So...
you could be a Tyroshi.
Oh, I'm totally
Oh my
Tyroshi,
God.
because I've
Are
got
you-
3
are you
colors in my
gonna-
hair right now.
Are you going to do the pirate style for the Halloween episode?
Oh, I should.
There's like a pirate winch,
Yeah. I might have to do that.
a Tyroshi pirate winch.
Yep.
Tyroshi Pirate Whore.
Nice.
Tyroshi Pirate Widow Whore.
All right, so we're done with Eddard.
Poor Eddard.
Next chapter is
done.
Catelyn 6.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Catelyn arrives at the Eyrie.
See,
Ugh.
I was reading it thinking that, the Eyrie was where she grew up, but it wasn't. It was where Ned and Robert
grew up.
Yes.
grew up.
Yeah,
Right.
because
So
that's
she had
where John
never been
Aaron
there.
raised them.
Because she was describing it. I'm like, she should know what the shit looks like. Nope.
No,
No.
yeah, she was describing it with the way that Ned described it to
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
And we meet the Blackfish.
Yes, we do!
I
And get
love
the
the
story about why
Blackfish.
he's the Blackfish.
Yes! Brendan the Blackfish!
And who else do we meet? We
That
meet
salty bastard.
Lysa.
We meet.
Lysa.
We don't. I don't think we get right to Lysa, do we?
I don't
Maybe
know.
at the
Lysa
tail
and-
end, yeah, we do.
Lysa and Robert are in the
Yeah.
Oh my
and
god.
that Lysa's gonna
we
refuse
meet
to send a
Lysa's
Maester.
Yes, Lysa's
Oh,
tit
Jesus Christ.
and her paranoia. Oh my god. It makes my
And
Skin crawl.
a potential candidate for Robert's first bastard.
yes.
Oh. Second bastard. We already met
First
Gendry.
bastard.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Older than
older.
Gendry.
Yes. Yes, okay. I forgot about that part.
But
Yes.
she's female, so
I
she
thought it was,
doesn't count.
yeah, see, I was thinking
Yeah, she
first
doesn't count
or
for
second
anything.
bastard as
She's
far
a
as, like,
girl.
we've already met Gendry, so this is the second one that we meet, but no.
She's
this
older
is,
than
yeah,
Gendry.
Yeah. Because I remember them talking about that before, too. That he fucked some bitches in the Vale.
All right, so what we need now is a title for this Neddard chapter.
I literally just had one and I forgot it already.
I had one before I got here. I'm trying to remember it.
We need to write these down.
I do. I didn't take any notes on it. My notebook has I had notes in it for like 6 chapters.
Oh, you know what? You know what I was going to call I wanted to call it? Lover's Quarrel.
You know what we should do? We should just make it a bunch of emojis.
less than 3 with, like, whatever it is, like the 2 slash or 2 slash whatever.
None of the programs that we use to post these have emojis. So.
Oh damn!
You could do, like, the old school emojis
Yeah,
where it's just, like,
you-
the smiley
No,
face
I'm not
and, like...
writing out
lesson
ASCII shit,
3.
no.
Okay,
lesson
fine.
3 B parentheses.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just make a one long rose.
And the broken heart, lesson 3, /3 or less than sign / and 3 for broken heart.
Okay, so should I do like broken heart, rose, broken heart?
Yeah, why not?
What's the rose got to do with it?
Passion, love.
We're having a lover's quarrel.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the heart's for.
Yeah, but I like lover's quarrel, frankly. I'm not gonna lie, because that's basically what it is.
Lover's quarrel. We can go with a lover's quarrel. I'm
like
fine with
You
that.
do? Okay.
All right, so this chapter will now forever be known as the Lover's Quarrel.
Hell yeah.
R.I.P. Robert and Ned. Oh,
It was so sad.
I didn't ship them anyways.
I don't think many people did.
No, I don't think many people did. We definitely did on this podcast. Several
Yeah, we did.
times.
Yeah, we did.
Definitely shipping the old
First
Robert
time
and
that's
Ned.
probably ever happened in the history of fanfictions.
Probably. All right. Next time is Catelyn.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Catelyn.
Long ass chapter.
So be prepared for that because fucking A.
Lot of
Get your
shit
guys'
talking.
coffee ready. Get your coffee ready
Get your
and
coffee, get your heroin, get your meth, whatever you need to get through
Long
it.
bottom
Yeah.
leaf.
long bottom
Long
leaf.
bottom
There's
leaf.
going to be probably a lot of tangenting, and there's probably going to be a lot of fucking we hate Catelyn-ing.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not envy anybody who listens to the uncut versions of these. However, if you want
Yeah.
to listen to the uncut versions of these, and you want to get early access to the regular version of these, or if you want to join us for a recording of an episode and break down the chapter with us, head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ironwood. That works.
Yeah, that second one, guys. The second
And you
one.
can sign up for Patreon for as little as $1 a month.
Yeah,
It's like a cup of coffee.
pretty much.
Less than
Yeah.
a cup of coffee.
If you,
Less
can,
than a cup of
if you
coffee.
can afford a $4 cup of coffee a day, you can afford to.
Because it's
a
$5
patron.
a month at most. Oh, wait, did we have that new feature of, like, the $10,000 one where, like, my boobs show up or something like that?
What the hell was that? I didn't even
I don't
remember.
remember.
You said if somebody. You said if somebody.
Oh, if someone
that's
paid
right.
$10,000.
$100,000.
Yeah, I would
you
fly out there and I would coddle
cuddle
you to
them
my
to
bosom.
bosom.
Yes.
Yep. Coddle you to my
You
bosom.
wouldn't cut their head off first.
Yeah, and your head gets to stay attached to your body. I will not cut your head off.
She will play the Lysa Arryn to your young Robert.
Ooh.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Even wear the dress.
I will. I'll even have the one tit hanging out for free. No extra
It's not
charge.
free. It's $100,000.
I know, but I mean, I could have extra for, like, my boob hanging out.
All right. So until we see you guys in Catelyn 6.
Oh, God.
I thought it was 7.
7. Catelyn 7. Yeah,
Catelyn
I think it's
something.
7. I think it's 7, maybe 6. I don't know.
We'll find out before we do it.
Catelyn something.
Yeah.
It's Catelyn.
That's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Only a quarter of a step up from a Sansa chapter.
Is it really though?
I think it's a step
I think
back.
it's just, I think it's
it's
probably
a
step
push.
back.
I think it's a push.
Yeah, because Sansas are fewer and far between, so they're a little bit easier to get
still
through.
I think it's a push.
The only thing I'm grateful for is the more Catelyn chapters we have, the sooner she dies.
Are you sure?
Oh,
I haven't
Still
gotten
takes
that
just as long
far.
to get to her death. You just have
Yeah.
a lot of Catelyn chapters to get through to get there.
But she's one step closer to dying.
She is one step closer to dying. Yes.
doesn't she not die until the second book, though?
I think it's
I don't know.
Second book.
third.
Third book?
I don't know. I haven't.
The third book?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought she died in a Clash of Kings when all the kings are fighting each other.
No,
No.
she died at the Red Wedding.
I don't... Yeah, I thought that was in...
She hasn't gotten that far yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far
You got
yet.
a ways to go to get through Catelyn.
damn.
Shit, yeah. All right, so we will catch you guys next time when we discuss Catelyn. Yay!
Peace out, guys.
Fuck
Bye.
off. Bye, guys.
Yeah, she meant fuck off all you people listening.
Pretty much. All you people listening in your Catelyn bullshit.
Goodbye.